previously on D&D. You guys came together through a job provided to the mysterious smuggler Gideon. Having succeeded this job and having kind of gained some attention upon yourselves from the more influential people in the city, you started trying to kind of get to the bottom of a lot of things. You found out what the precious cargo you were guarding on your first job was. A gentleman by the name of Gregor Highbrow, who is a businessman looking to give back to his hometown and start up again. The goal was to start importing things, maybe a little bit under the radar, so that he could get started because he wasn't sure if he still had enemies in town or not. You were sent to look for an individual by the name of Gorlo Umenciev, who you discovered was recently missing. You guys looked around, discovered that he was last seen heading to a brothel where he had a favorite, uh, Genevieve, um, who was a water genasi. She says that she had cleared out her entire evening, and he said he'd be there at a certain time, and then somewhere in between leaving his place of business and heading to the brothel, he disappeared. You guys had also spoken to Aberford Dwallow, a businessman who had uh, basically been buying up a lot of struggling businesses, shutting them down, and putting up his own places in place of them. You discussed some things with him about a potential job and potentially working for him. And then you spied on him a little bit as he communicated with someone who he referred to as his lord. Um, Now, this lord, whatever, seems like is responsible for a lot of the weapons that you guys have been finding. Specifically, the weapons that the orcish raiders, were using against you when you were acquiring the carriage, defending the carriage. So, having investigated that, you guys were leaving Madame Austrin's, and I believe you were heading back to Momans to kind of update the fact that, or update Gideon, if not Gregor, about Gorlo being missing.
Yeah, because after the brothel, we were out of leads.
Yeah. So, is there anything you would like to do on the way back to Moments? Or any stops you would like to make prior?
Mm,
Nah.
My mind is of crafting materials. That's where my brain is going at all times. But I can't think of anything at this current moment.
What do we need to craft?
Well, if there are Orcish raiders still waiting for us, or still patrolling outside of the city, preventing us from going east, or preventing me from going east, I would like to arm myself, offer myself some kind of protection, or you, or myself, or anybody else. And as a matter of fact, I do have an idea for a project for you, Absalom.
What's that?
Was considering giving you something to help bolster your defenses.
Another
You-
gun?
No, not offenses. but it's something I need to work on possibly tonight, whenever we rest. Because I doubt Moment's Tavern will allow me to pull out the entire goldsmithing kit without causing any undue attention. So this will wait. Hello?
All right.
Okay, good. As long as y'all can hear me. Uh,
Yeah.
I just realized I was muted for like 5 minutes.
no.
All right. So, a lot of the shops are starting to not necessarily close down, but things are starting to slow down as the sun is starting to set.
It's okay. I'm not, I don't need to shop currently to figure something out for myself next time we sleep. So we can go back to Moments and get something to eat.
All right. It's not too far of a walk from where you are now, because you're in the south of the city. It's just that basically you're walking west to east. You get there probably in about 15, 20 minutes, give or take. And you walk in, you see Moment is at the bar, where previously you didn't really know where he was, but he seems to be okay now. Um, and Gideon is actually behind the bar with him. The two seem to be talking in hushed tones. You see H walking out from the back with a couple of plates balanced on his arms. And you notice that the table that every time you guys have been in here the past few days has been empty. Currently, there's someone sitting at that table. You don't necessarily recognize this individual. Um, but yeah, this table has always been empty every time you've been in here, and now there's someone sitting at it. Rin, if you would like to describe what they see.
Hey,
Oop, I muted my bed. Okay. Um, you see a very pale elf. She is very short, like 5'5", I would say. Short hair and black. Tips of her head are red, nice piercing red eyes, and she's wearing kind of like a cloak, sitting there, kind of fidgeting with like whatever's in front of her, probably some silverware, and just kind of thinking to herself. That's what you see?
is she eating or drinking?
No, she's not. She's just kind of staring um at her food and just staring at it, not really eating.
Oh yeah, this is your table. You've never seen anybody else sit here.
Um, she's going to look at you very peculiar. Um, Excuse me, what are you doing? Your normal seat. Does it have your name on it? She's just staring at you, just very confused. Right. Okay. And she turns. She's just gonna ignore you.
Rejected.
You seem to ask a lot of questions. I can tell. She's like, kind of like getting a little annoyed while she's fidgeting with her silverware.
I'm still by the bar.
Can't wait for another glass of water.
H does approach you, Rin, and says, "Is the food not to your liking?"
No, it's right. Very, very very good. And she tries to force a smile.
Wonderful to hear. I will pass that feeling along to the chef.
Right. She turns
Uh,
and looks at the food and starts like kind of playing with the food and just smelling it and everything.
hey, DM, witnessing this, witnessing our table being occupied by one other person, I can only infer that this is a person. Well, I can try to infer that this is somebody who, like myself and others, Gideon tried to uh, recruit, maybe? Who knows? But speaking of this person themselves, Rin themselves, I should say, this new elf, are they anything like me?
They're pale.
Okay.
And they're elven. The hair's different. The hair kind of looks like your natural hair color. Um, but there are some subtle differences. You can roll a nature check.
Nature. Let me navigate this on mobile, which is awkward. Nature. Okay. Nine.
9. She is an elf. Um, so there are some subtle physiological differences between the different races of elf. Um, you haven't had too much of that. You haven't met many elves that weren't Shadar-kai. Um, but you know that there are a lot of subtle differences. Um,
Namely, the fact that she's not an Altran elf.
she maybe not pure blood.
Okay. She's
Um,
not the same style of Altran elf that I've seen in the wild out here.
yeah. So I mean, genetic discrepancies and mutations do exist. So
Hmm.
it's not totally out of the ordinary for an Altran elf, a full blood Altran elf, to have hair that isn't kind of sand colored. Um, her skin kind of looks like maybe a paler version of that, but super, super pale. Maybe the same sort of tone, but just like white as a sheet. Um, so yeah, there is a possibility because you do know because you're very well read and you are an elf. You do know that the Altran elves and the the dark elves, the Drow, share a common ancestry. So
Mhm.
it could be a little bit of that genetic ancestry poking forward. Um, you're not super sure. So she doesn't look exactly like the Altran elves that you've seen previously, but that doesn't mean she isn't one.
Is that a cat?
Yeah, that my my mobile Discord does not have noise suppression, so you're gonna hear my son, my
Oh,
very loud
Oh,
son.
I wasn't
sweet.
sure because it just sounded like like a random shriek in the background. I'm like, that sounded like
Yes,
something dying.
yes, that's my cat. That's what he
Okay.
fucking sounds like. Um, so seeing that and seeing this, what I can only witness is a wonderful, happy conversation between someone that Nocturne knows. I will stay away for a moment, and well, Ren is going to witness a cat hop up on the table. Well, not on the table. Is there like a windowsill nearby by the table that we usually sit at?
Not by the table itself. There's one that's probably 20 feet away towards the front of the shop. Basically, like your table is kind of in the back right, closer to the bar. But again, probably 20, maybe 30 feet away. There's one of the front windows. There are no side windows.
That's fine. Nocturne will feel a cat pawed his leg and then jump on his lap and start making obnoxious biscuits.
Obnoxious.
And yes, and yes, and and this cat will purr, and what Rin will see is a um, Oriental short hair. I don't know if you know what those cats are.
No.
Okay. A really long and slender, really, really slender cat. And some might call them ugly because they have like long faces and satellites for ears,
Oh.
like fucking gigantic ears and just long face, just long, long, long cats. They're like snakes almost, and the very, very, very short fur, like very smooth skin. It's a black cat, and this thing's just gonna start like literally just like the super long rat tail too, and this cat's just gonna start making biscuits and roll up and take a nap on Arctic's fucking Nocturne's lap.
Um, Bryn will not really turn her head, but kind of side look. Like, with her eyes, she'll like kind of look over and she's gonna see like a very disdained look on her face. And then she's gonna look forward again.
Not a cat person.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna make her a person to work.
Yeah, of course. You roll insight to Rin. You can either do a deception or a persuasion or a general charisma check.
Look at that 5, man.
Oof.
Ooh. I
Wait,
would
I
like
don't
to
even
see.
see the roll. Oh, there it is. So I can do anything of those?
Yeah, like if you're trying to hide something, trying to hide something, folks. But yeah, she's doing it well though. Yeah,
claws are kneading at your leg. Yeah, she allows it. Just up here.
It's a bear. No, I'm not.
She's already done.
She's going to she's gonna she's gonna slowly turn to you and kinda, like, tilt her head a little bit. "Why do you ask so many questions?"
Yes.
That's what he
"I
does.
know this."
Yeah.
Where are you? Wait, I'm so curious.
I was making my way back because I got a glass of water.
You coming back? You just
Just walk up.
Hello,
Absalom.
I'm Malakostrin.
Right. You're
I guess describe yourself.
I'm a Larry the Lobster looking ass motherfucker.
uh, I've never seen, um she's gonna pause for a moment. She's like, "I,
Rin, make a history check.
What is it you need to tell me?
I wanted to make a joke, but I don't know if I should or not.
Do whatever you want.
I have, not to be rude, I've just never seen food talk before.
Jesus.
Mm.
The cat uh, pops up at that and starts like aggressively bunting fucking shit. I keep forgetting a nocturne space. So that, it's like really like rubbing up against them. It just meows at you. But what Rin hears is what Rin hears is like not a single meow, but more like a discordant chorus of meows come from this cat.
She's gonna say to herself, "Did I pick the wrong table to sit at?"
Yes.
Oh god.
Ever since I sat at this table, I regret it.
Oh, is that right? What do you regret the most?
Sitting at this table.
Alright. I see. Me too.
Yeah. I went from being a stranded child to being considered a forklift to being a part of a privateering crew to being in debt to now suddenly being considered food. It has been
I'm
a wild turn. It has been a wild current that I have been riding.
You're broke?
I'm in debt. I was in debt. I believe the debt has been paid off. I can't remember. Has the debt been paid off, DM?
Oh yeah.
Okay, the debt has been paid off.
Then you're
I
not
took a job. I was broke.
overnight.
I have 12 gold to my name.
Uh-huh.
I bought bullets the other day, so
Oh,
I am less wealthier than before. Otherwise, I was 100 gold wealthy. Now I'm just 12 gold. Bullets
do
are
you need
expensive.
why do you need the bullets?
I shoot a gun.
Pull out the blicky.
You you shoot the
I would pull
gun.
out my gun, but that would seem threatening.
It would. Above table. She's just sitting there like kind of like with her fork and just a little stab in her food a little bit and just watching you. And she's just
Uh,
so curious.
Abshalom, you're sitting.
Yeah, I sat down on my glass of water.
Great. The cat jumps onto your lap and starts using you as a scratching post, using your chest as a scratching post.
Once again, I am the scratching post.
Ren, I'd like you to make a history check, Ren, if you don't.
Okay. Oh god, I have plus 1, 3.
That's
Oh,
a 12.
it's a 12.
Okay. You don't remember seeing anybody remotely similar to how Absalom looks. And you can't recall of a weapon called a gun, or anything that looks like what he just placed before you.
Hmm.
It's strange. He's strange.
Yeah. Ren sees the cat and then she has that look on her face again and she turns back to her food. Well, you guys seem very interesting, but it just what are you guys doing here? You're not very bright, are you?
Our highest charisma. Our highest persuasion guy.
That's our highest charisma. It's crazy. Oh god.
He's got that boy failure vibe going for him.
She is going to stand up.
Bye.
She's she's gonna walk to the bar and sit down. And she's gonna see if Moment's at the bar.
Moment is at the bar. He's talking to a gentleman who appears to be half elf, maybe quarter elf. Very, very short, pointed ears, but this guy has about in between jaw and shoulder length, kind of scraggly red hair, a short red beard, blue eyes, like piercing, deep blue eyes, and then this long sort of uh, almost duster jacket, or like a if you mixed a bomber jacket and a duster together. Um,
Okay.
but he's wearing like leather armor underneath. Um, the dude looks like he looks like he would definitely belong in a bar fight. Um, but they're talking quietly, and then Momin kind of motions to him, and he comes over and he says, "What can I get you?"
Anything strong.
Anything strong. Okay.
I don't know. I wanted you to say a new table.
Yeah, yeah. No, she is gonna say when he's fixing up the drink. Is Katya at the bar?
I am at the bar, and up to DM how close this opening to Momin and Gideon she would
uh,
be.
Probably 2 seats away from them, and then 2 seats away from now Rin.
Um,
Would I
Ren's
have
gonna
gotten my tea?
Yeah, you would have gotten your tea like as soon as you came up. Um, they Momin would have like clocked you and then continued his conversation with Gideon while slowly pouring a cup of tea. So you've already gotten that.
Hmm. And then Katya will sit and wait patiently. And if you approach her, you will see. Hold up, hold up. I have a picture for this.
ooh,
I have a picture for this. For just this occasion. Pink. That is what you'll see. You'll see a very, very, very pale elf. Um, and for the times that she does open her eyes and doesn't look at you directly, they are bright amethyst irises along black sclera, very long, uh, well kept braided white hair with lavender tips. Uh, you'll see a kind of like like a plaid blouse. Send another picture that covers nearly all of her skin.
hmm.
Uh, leather gloves, the pants, long leather, not high heels, but heels with buckles and a kind of like a neck corset as well. And for if you're perceptive enough, you will see that her face is the only skin that is exposed. Yes, thank you guys.
She's so pretty. Um,
She is indeed very, very pretty, very, very fair skin, and she's very lithe, very skinny.
so Ren's gonna see you, but she's not gonna talk to you. She's more so gonna ask Momin. But you might be able to hear what she says, depending on how close you are.
Yep.
Um, like she's not
Uh,
really hiding it really, but she's not really like trying to be like she's talking. Um, while Momin is making the drink, Ren's gonna be like, Momin, you know, y- remember the last conversation we had?
Yes.
Mm, are these the travelers you were talking about?
What gave them away?
Mm,
He kind of gives you a knowing look and very nods very slightly, and he kind of not like motions his head over to the redhead behind the bar, and he says, "He's brought me a lot of strays before, but this bunch is interesting."
interesting is a very kind word. And she'll look over to Katya and then look back at you, Momin.
Katsu makes no eye contact, but you might or might not notice that the cat is close to your feet at this point, just kind of like
Rin
washing herself.
is close to me.
Yeah,
How close?
like maybe a foot away, just kind of like grooming herself by the bar on the floor.
um, All right. Do you think they would know anything about that symbol?
They might. They're from all over. Like,
All right. And she looks back at Katya and then back at you. Is she also part of this group? She seems like the only normal one here.
yeah, yeah. She's for whatever reason, she's the most normal out of the three.
Good. she, she like does like a little sigh and she like turns over and she will wait a moment and she'll like kind of get up and like kind of move over and won't sit exactly. There's like a seat in between because she doesn't want to be like right next to Katya. And she'll
Sure.
sit. Is that your cat?
Got to a side eye and just slowly, then just her body will turn slightly to face her, and she'll give like the slightest of smiles and a nod.
I
Yes,
see.
this is. Did she bother you?
No. I I like cats actually. I just not too keen on animals right now. But so is this your group right here?
Uh, you can say that. Yes, I found them here in this tavern. They're at the table.
Oh god.
They certainly
Right.
are interesting, but they are capable.
Is that so?
Yes, the big red one. He saved me before.
The food.
Is acceptable.
Right.
It does its
And
job.
the other one, the one that doesn't know how to speak.
At that, Katya will close her eyes and just let out to try not to sigh, but does so instinctively.
Right.
That would be Nocturne. He's here. He's certainly here.
I
But he
see.
means well.
Mm.
Now that I have a closer look at Rin, can I, sure, social cues aside, can I ascertain any kind of demeanor?
Roll an insight check.
Find my stat. I don't think I have a good insight.
He sneezes. That's
Just
crazy.
load roll 20. Load!
Lord. I will say one more feature about Ren. I don't think I said. You will notice that she has a lot of scars all over her body. At least
Uh,
the ones that are visible to you.
I was going to say displayed or.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, very, very interesting. Uh, insight, you say. All right, plus 0. 13.
Okay. Ren, go ahead and do a deception or persuasion check to DM.
Ooh.
And then we'll be
I
able
don't
to
know how to
determine
do that exactly. I always
the
struggle with that.
thing.
Wait, let me see. 'Cause oh god, hold on.
Gourd.
Oh god. Uh See, remember, mine's the 2024 version.
Mhm.
Is it still gonna be there?
Should be there, yeah.
All the way at the top. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, that's not it. I feel like such a, like like a boomer. Like, I'm like, "How do I do this?" I feel so not tech savvy.
That's just roll 20 in general.
Yeah, yeah, it's not super intuitive.
Okay,
I'll
so
test
I'm not gonna let you see.
I can't see anyway.
Huh? Yeah, you can have it. Goober. So if I just type that, if I click that, then no one can see this. Okay, I'll do that then. Eh. Did
Cool,
anyone see
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll
I
probably see through DM. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, it looks like a whisper to me. Okay.
Ooh,
And then what did you get for insight?
13.
13?
damn.
She seems a little on edge. Uh definitely a little on edge. Um I would say probably what do you think? Ren a little nervous? A little
I would
unsure?
I would say, yeah, very nervous.
Okay. Uh, Katya will swivel in her chair and sort of face between the table and Rin as she sips her tea. And we'll just look over and be like, "My sincere apologies. A formal introduction is in order." We'll hold out her left hand for just for Rin to take. It's like, "I'm Katya. It is a pleasure to meet you. My apologies for my companions and their demeanor."
Mm. She'll do like a slight smile. It's just nice to talk to somebody new for all. She'll sigh. What are you guys doing here anyway?
Oh, you didn't take her hand? Unfortunate.
Oh, wait, she did what with her hand?
Yeah, she held her hand out to, like, just as a slight greeting, not as like a handshake per se, but just kind of like, oh, hold her hand upright just to take.
She's going to like, um, she's going to grab it, and then she'll say, "What are you guys doing here anyways?"
Well, currently we're finishing up a bit of investigation. Come, it's rude of us to speak without the rest of them, if you don't mind. Worry not, you're amongst friends. Katya will get up and slowly lead Rin over to the table.
And she'll follow.
I'll be right back.
Katya will sit down. The cat will hop up on her shoulder and like kind of splay itself across both shoulders because it's just a really long cat. And kind of like a half closed eyes, as though it's like a content demeanor. Um, Begin to slowly vibrating, purring. Katsu will sit down and be like, "Please, please sit."
Ugh. I as she said, I am kind of curious. Do you guys, mm, do you guys know Mrs. Miller by chance?
Do we?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
so high
that
school
is
biology
a
teacher.
great question. Not
I
her.
know, right?
No, actually.
I had 7th grade science teacher was Mrs. Miller for me.
That's amazing.
She called
There's a
everybody
Miss-
awesome. She was very animated.
there seems to be a Mrs. Miller all over the place in every continent, so I see.
Very common. um,
Have we heard of a Mrs. Miller, DM?
Roll a history check.
Oh, God. Oh, open up my phone again.
Yeah,
think
that's
I
for
have a
anybody.
plus. I think I have a +3, actually. I have to double check. But while my app loads, it's either 12 or 13, one of those. Uh, 13.
Okay.
also, I have to level up my character. But level
Oh,
1.
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault.
No, you're good. You're good.
Number
I'm just-
one.
yeah. I have to. I'll need help with that though. So, um, at some point.
Damn, walking in this tavern just jumped you up 2 levels. That's crazy.
I'm at level 1. Oh man.
Yeah, it's the food.
Yeah, the food. Yeah, for sure. Hmm.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
History check to see if we know a Mrs. Miller.
Mrs. Miller.
Actually, Absalom, I don't think it's necessary for you because you woke up and then went to a bar.
Oh, that's right. When I went to the hospital, and they gave
Yeah.
me they gave me medical debt, and then that got paid off.
Altran healthcare is a scam.
Yeah.
Then I will not roll.
Beep boop.
Oh,
Calls
shit.
brother.
Okay. So, uh, Katya, you do not, the name other than your teacher does not sound familiar whatsoever. However, Nocturne, when you were at the funeral, you do remember a woman there that someone did address as Mrs. Miller. She was an older woman, probably mid to late 60s, human, kind of more ruddy skin. She wasn't opulently dressed, but she was, a Sunday best. Um, but you did see a woman by the name of Mrs. Miller. Um, the conversation was somewhere along the lines of, "Yeah, I'll be by your house. You're still by the square, right?" Um, and then the red out happened, and everybody, or the fight broke out between the adherents, and then the red out broke out. Um, so you do know what she looks like. You do know she lives by the square. Um, but yeah, you are aware of a Mrs. Miller.
I was kind of doing some snooping around here, and I guess somebody took her goats and dragged them. There was a lot of blood, and somebody went missing. And I don't know much detail about it, but I did find something. And I wonder if you guys know what this is. And she'll like kind of look around and she'll like take out this, I would say, what would you call it, DM?
A coin, like a challenge coin sort of deal. You guys see that it is sort of a lighter blue. Um, it is circular, with a circle inside, inscribed on it. Up, upon that circle is a shield, and then upon the shield is a double-sided hammer.
Does that seem familiar to us?
Everybody roll a history check.
I don't know if
I
I
got a
should.
10.
I need to level up.
Actually, everybody but Rin, because Rin already doesn't know.
Okay.
So 16.
Oh,
Okay.
Yo, we have the same modifier for history arcs. Or I guess it's Nocturne now. I can't call you Cardix anymore. Feels weird.
His watch has ended.
Ah,
You want a custom?
16 for me.
16. Okay, so 16 for Nocturne, 16 for Katya. So you've done a lot of reading recently, Katya. And Nocturne, you've been a lot of places. That being considered, Nocturne, you've seen the symbol before. Very briefly. But you did see a there was a funeral that you went to in a town that had a little bit of a history of some awful stuff happening there. And you did see a couple of armored figures there that bore that symbol on their breastplate. You were told that they were simply there to make sure that nothing happened and everybody stayed dead. This is interesting because we have different DCs for different people. Just based on your backgrounds. This is cool.
Can you
However,
repeat that last part one more time? I'm sorry.
so we have different DCs for different players,
Before
purely
that.
based on your background. We're in that kind of early stage, which is awesome. However, Katya, you've been doing a lot of reading. In your reading, you have come across that symbol before, and it belongs to an order of people who are basically, and this they popped up in your research a couple times. Their job is to maintain the peace and security of the material plane from external threats.
Oh,
They are a organization known as the Order of the Aegis Children.
Order of the Aegis Children. Interesting.
Put that.
It's the echo that made it so much better. That echo made it so much better. I'd like to think that was Arnix's echo.
Isn't that person supposed to be flipping burgers now? That's my squad.
All right. Interesting. Katya will pipe up, and as she picks up the coin and looks at it, and this is like a metallic coin. This is a blue coin of some kind, but
Yeah.
what kind?
So you can see it. It's probably made of something like bronze, something not like it has no monetary value really, but it has been painted blue or dyed blue.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So bluified through the chemical process.
Yeah.
Okay. She picks it up and studies it. Just looks at it and be like, this looks remarkably similar to an organization. This should be an organization that I know. This should be the symbol of what they call the Order of the Aegis Children, protectors of external threats from outer planes, or planes outside of this realm.
I wouldn't know. Doesn't originate from the sea. Hence, I lack information.
Well, everything is available at your fingertips if you know where to look.
That's why I ask you, librarian.
That is why you ask me.
I'm inexperienced in the ways of the library.
I will teach you to not worry.
Thank you.
And how much do I know about the Order of the Aegis Children, I guess, was a real question.
So, and not much beyond their purpose. You know that they don't operate typically, like you're not really going to see too many very public buildings. They typically operate in smaller enclaves throughout the world. Basically so they can remain hidden and do their job and then go back into hiding. They're not trying to bring attention to themselves because they know pretty much just how much otherworldly influence is in the world. They know that you'll have politicians very not disguised very well as demons, and you'll have like business owners that happen to be incubi. So they know that their hunt is not something that should be really made public. So typically, if they are operating in an official capacity, they'll do it on a smaller scale, or they'll have some sort of, not necessarily disguise, but something to cover up some sort of symbol.
And Katya would know that this sect originates over in fucking your previous continent. What the hell was the name of it?
Radio?
Gradia, thank you.
So, that's not actually where they originate. They originated on Eeltos, in what is now known as the Ashlands. That's where they started because external influence brought down basically every great society that had ever been known. And so they kind of formed from the. There were other orders first, and basically a lot of those orders got destroyed when the cataclysm happened. And then basically the survivors all got together, the survivors of Eeltos and the destruction that happened there got together and then formed the order and eventually made their way to other continents. The biggest concentration of them is on Gradia, and that's the only place where they have a publicly accessible base. Everything else is an enclave. Everything else is hidden somewhere, but they do have one base that is just very clearly theirs on Gradia.
And I gleam all of that.
Hmm.
Okay. Then I'll look over at Rin and just say, "What you hold is something very, very interesting. How did you come about this?"
I found it when I was looking whoever killed Mrs. Mill's goats, and I just stumbled upon it, and I don't know what it was. I was hoping it would link it back to the whoever murdered the goats.
Well, whatever murdered the goats must have been something extraplanar, because what this sect does, they're protectors of this realm against devils, demons, what have you, anything outside of this realm, anything that would pose a threat. Very established, but very secretive,
A
very
threat?
secretive sect of the world. Possibly, if they made their presence known through this coin, probably by accident. I'm sure they didn't mean to leak this.
Right.
And she'll hand it back over.
And she'll pocket it.
You would do well to only reveal that for select few people. As far as I'm known, this is a secret organization. And I know for a fact they are intercontinental. I forget the names of the continents, but they operate on different ones here in the plains. So it is entirely possible there is a sect over here.
I'll keep that in mind.
Perhaps, glances over at Gideon, perhaps Gideon might know. He's the city type, but he knows everything underground, so.
Well,
Very curious indeed.
what are you guys investigating?
Well,
Someone is missing. We are looking for the missing man.
there seems to be an interesting chain of events regarding an important person. He is the head of the shipping company here in this town, and possibly somewhere else, but he is the head, and he has gone missing the past few days. We had to travel, we had to walk around, go into unsightly places to find him, and no one has seen him. So we have run into a dead end. And thus, come back to Gideon, supposedly the all-knowing.
Well, I guess I'll need to talk to Gideon as well.
Who needs to talk to me? And you see that the red-headed half elf approaches, and he says, "I'm Gideon. Very nice to meet you." Sorry, that was my bones.
Nice. So
He
you drink that
says,
bone hurting juice, huh?
he says, "Katya, you made a new friend."
Indeed, this is Rin. She's very nice.
Very nice to meet you, Rin.
Nice to meet you.
Are you looking for employment as well, or?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have extra money.
I like that idea. I like that mentality. All right. So, what are we asking me?
Well, uh, I trust you will keep this information secret, but we'll kind of motion over to Rin, if you may.
I
Oh,
don't
I
talk to
mean,
anybody about anything. Come on.
You have quite a few people looking for you, and you know how to make yourself well hidden.
Yeah, that's me. I wouldn't be alive if I didn't know that. What were we looking at?
um, I just feel like I'm showing everybody now. she
Mm,
she'll pull
uh,
out the coin and hand it to Gideon.
Gideon looks at it and he goes, "Ha, came across the order, did you? They're interesting folks. I helped them get set up here not too long ago. They didn't have a really a foothold in respite, and the adherents don't particularly like that sort of thing. They're just here to help. The adherents don't realize that because they think, oh, it's some external foreign source that's trying to set up a foothold in the Vale, and that's exactly what they're doing, but not necessarily for the reasons why the adherents exist. So, yeah, they're here.
Are
Now,
they here?
I do believe they have changed locations a couple of times in the last 10 years, but they should still be around here somewhere.
Um, are they here for a certain reason?
Yeah. Yeah, they will hunt down um basically anything that comes from another plane that sometimes it's just anything. So like a little fairy will come through and just want to play a prank or something and they get smashed by by an order member. But most of the time, there have been some changes in the past 5 years or so. Most of the time, they're here to just defend against the bad stuff that comes through. Um, so you'll
certainly hope
have,
so.
yeah. So I mean, and a lot of times it's not even stuff that comes through that they're looking for. A lot of times it's stuff that's already here that maybe has some sort of extra planar origin, like undead. They go about their way to take down undead, even though you know the person who gets brought back as a zombie isn't necessarily from another plane, but undeath itself comes from the abyss. So that sort of thing. Same with like werewolves. Werewolves and other shape changers. They'll go hunting for them because even though they're technically native to the plane, they're still dangerous creatures, and for the most part, werebears are actually pretty cool. But they're dangerous creatures, and they originate in the Fae. So it's that sort of thing. Vampires too. They really go out of their way to hunt down vampires. Um, but yeah, most of the time it's like, oh, there's a devil that came through at some point and is setting up shop to sell, cursed items, that sort of thing. They'll go and then they'll solve the problem, usually with extreme prejudice, but sometimes they just send them back to where they came from. They've been doing that a lot more too, as opposed to just flat out killing people or killing creatures. Um, but yeah, so if you came across them, A, either you're a devil and we don't know it, or B, you are around some sort of uncouth thing or operation. You're not a devil, are you?
No.
Cool. I've had bad experiences with devils. Very, very, very kind of. They stick to those contracts, Um, they don't like to deviate too much. I like to deviate. But yeah, they're nice enough. If you get the good ones. About 3 years ago, I was in town for a little bit, and apparently one of their higher ups came to inspect the uh, the enclave. That's I think the second time they moved, and he was just trying to find his guys. Uh, but he came along and he sought me out because he knows that I helped them set up. I went to the last known location. They weren't there. He got a little concerned. He got on some sort of communication wave, some magical communication method with them, and found out where they actually were. Thanked me, paid me, talked about some sort of foreign Gradian dish, I guess, and then went away.
the
Foreign Gradian dish, the cheeseburger.
tie-ins.
He was
The tie-ins.
a big fan of his brother, I guess, because he kept on talking about what an angel he was.
God.
Roll a history check.
These are very important roles.
This is going to be a very high DC.
It's always a
dude.
natural one.
Like,
Nothing. You know it comes from Gradia.
oh, do I know about the dish?
Roll a history check. Again,
Yeah.
high
Oh, you know
DC.
that is lobster rolls.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean you've been to Gradia fairly recently, but nobody had a cheeseburger or anything around you.
I'm not gonna ask. Don't worry. In
Too
due
bad.
time, you'll ask him yourself.
Can I make a history check?
Have you been to Gradia?
Absolutely make a history check. Again, high DC. Perfect. Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Gatekeeping that shit.
That's amazing.
Secret recipe is secret.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you not already
I
do
thought
it?
he had the same. He had the same
Yeah,
score
Yes,
as.
you did. Yeah, you and Katya
Pretty
scored
well.
the same. It's just that Katya had a lower DC for more information than you did.
We have different reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. You have firsthand experience with them. Katya has legitimately read about them in a book.
Yeah, Katia works at the library, man.
That was in
No, you were too drunk. Kidding.
you've been all
He was
over.
drunk on cranking it, man.
There it is. There it is. First one of
Make
the
it
day.
mention.
I believe that would have been in Crossroads.
Crossroads?
Crossroads.
Damn. Good to know that
Are you-
Crossroads is doing good.
That's good. I wonder how the kid is doing.
Didn't like
Who do you think the funeral is for?
didn't like
So happy.
most people in that village die?
Yeah.
A good chunk
was a
of them
fire.
did. A very good chunk of them did.
Yeah, because they all
There was a
got turned
fire.
into fucking ghouls. Yeah, because like not my great aunt, my great gram. My great
There was a fire.
grandmother-in-law.
There was a drought.
Yeah.
The lake turned to poison.
It was your stepmother's great grandmother.
Yeah, Gram.
Poor
What a
Shino has no
bastard.
fucking idea what the hell we're talking about.
And then
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
then we put her into the equivalent of a microwave, a magic equivalent of a microwave, and then all that was left was not even dust.
Yeah.
Good times.
And then you met her friends.
Yeah. They had my soul hostage. What was I gonna do then? You know, kind of had to.
Thanks, Graham.
Never trust a Graham.
All you have to do for Satesha is point them at something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. 20 years later. Or 10 years later.
5.
5.
Only
Oh,
5?
yes.
Wow.
Only 5.
Judge is absolutely alive. Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay. Hearing Gideon talk about this order somewhat killing or sending back the other planes with impunity, without judgment, Katya will share a bit of a nervous gulp and looks a little bit physically shaken
Gideon
hearing
says,
all that.
"Don't worry, Shatterkai are generally okay. Unless you guys are doing something untoward, you probably won't have any sort of issue with them."
I certainly hope not.
Now,
Even within established orders, there are those that stray.
there are. So, be careful. Maybe say that you're from anywhere else. They might
Understood.
identify you
Anywhere else it
quickly.
is.
They probably will identify you quickly, but you can always just say that you just, I don't know, tell them that you're a weird drow. That might help. I met some weird drow.
I am a weird drow.
Weird. Wait, isn't Kadia like super fucking pale?
Yeah.
Extremely.
Aren't drow
Purple.
blue?
Yeah, typically they're like a very very dark blue or like a gray to dark gray.
Couldn't she just pass off as an elf then?
I was a shut-in my whole life.
we
Yeah,
go.
shut in drow.
Problem solved. I will be right back.
All right.
Okay.
I can get myself another glass of water. I'll be right back myself.
What would, just from
Mhm.
gleaning over previously, what kind of scars am I looking at?
Just like cuts, deep wounds, just like very, very rough scars across her body. Like
Okay.
bunch of like maybe like you'll see like because like what she has exposed is her just her shoulders and a little bit of her chest and her face. And you'll see scars on her face, on her shoulders, and her chest. And she also have like on her arms bandages kind of wrapped around her arms.
All right, I'm back. I got water.
You'll notice. God. I love the sea.
A lobster man. I don't know what you.
You'll notice Katya eyeing your scars every now and again.
Like, is she like not making it secretly? She's just looking at them.
Just once in a while, when she thinks you're not looking, she's kind of like looking over at your scars.
She's always aware.
Well, I assume you're not staring at her at all times.
She has like eyes behind her back. I know. I feel like with a lobster man, you probably could do that, huh? With your eyes, creepy, like right. You like turn your head all the way around.
Who, the lobster man?
Yeah, the lobster man. Yeah,
He has like really, really, really long whiskers.
yeah.
Just a lobster, man. I got a big claw and a big iron.
I think Ren is
Again,
like only question for this lobster man is how is he able to pull the trigger?
Well, I have
it's
one
more
big
normal.
pincer and then I have a normal hand.
Take my strong arm.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Oh,
You saw my DM earlier, right, Sheena?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunate because I didn't know. I feel like I did the slash DM thing and it didn't work. So you guys saw it and I was like, well, shit.
Oh, I
And
can't read what you wrote if you wrote something.
no. No, the deception thing. I was like, well, damn, everyone saw that. Well,
Oh no,
oh well.
I was talking about Discord.
Yeah, that I read.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's interesting though, isn't it?
Yep. And if you want to roll perception real quick.
I do actually.
Okay.
Okay, but I wouldn't have to hide that though, right?
I can't see. You'll have to tell me.
Okay. Shit. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Nothing. I have a 3.
What are we doing perceptions about?
No, just
You know.
from Shino to me perception.
Yeah. I got 3. Oh no,
You
nothing.
got a 3?
I
Oh
got
wow.
3. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Plus 2 and and I got 3.
Cool.
I rolled a 1.
If you're trying to study Katya's body, then
Uh,
it's extremely difficult to see her skin, as her only exposed part is her face up. Like
interesting.
this neck collar that she's got, this ruffle neck collar
Uh-huh.
goes all the way to like the bottom of her neck.
Did I
Oh,
notice
sorry,
anything? Oh, go ahead.
just like the bottom of her skull, pretty much all the way around.
When I touched Katya's hand, did I notice anything?
Yes, you see my DM, yes, in Discord.
Wait.
Yeah,
Wait,
check your
oh,
Discord.
that's what oh, interesting. Okay.
That's what you notice.
Interesting. Okay.
It should give you like when you did that, there was a knowing glance.
Ah. Okay.
She's actually got a lobster hand.
Yeah, how'd you know? Damn, how did you know that? It's crazy.
How would the DM know? You're right.
I know
I
everything.
know.
I know it because I speak into an existence. Form of lobster. Okay, so back to Gideon, I guess.
Hilarious
Let's roll
monster.
back.
All right. But yeah, Gideon gives you this information. And he says, unfortunately, I can't really help you find them. I wish I could. But, you know, again, they moved locations and then they didn't deign to tell me.
I don't want to find them. I just wanted to know why they were here. Specifically here. I don't know if you know any information of if they were on the mission or anything. But I guess
Not
if
that
they're
I've seen.
secret, then I guess you wouldn't know. Cut. Rin's gonna just like kind of like, just like, like, damn.
I'll keep an eye out though. If they do contact me again, then I'll definitely keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Then I'll let you know if they do reach out to me, if you are kind of looking for them but not actively looking for them.
No, that's fine. I didn't. It's fine.
Okay.
You said you have to
We
work
can
for us, though, right?
we can
Or at
always
least,
open up a portal to the abyss and then lure a devil out.
Wouldn't
what?
recommend that, but to each
That
their
was a
own.
joke.
Aaron's just like, what?
Katz's face is absolutely flying. Said that was a joke.
Right.
Uh-huh. So I always have work. It's just whether or not it's immediate work. Um, were you able to get in contact with Gorlo at all?
Sorry, DM, the names have all been a little jumbled. You threw three names at us. Gorlo was the one we're actually looking for, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
He's
In
gone.
that case, yeah.
Oh, gone, like dead?
No
No, he
idea.
seems to have disappeared. Well,
Okay.
the last known
Not
places that
sure.
last known places that he's been to, namely his job at the shipping company or his favorite extracurricular activities, have not seen him in at least a day or two.
That's unfortunate. Genevieve's a lovely girl.
She purses her lips at that.
No, I also had a negative double take like you know from
Kind of,
experience.
he kind of looks around. Oh no, I've never requested. I've met her. I've never requested her services before.
Uh-huh.
Not her.
Ren is side
Um,
eyeing you so hard right now.
but
Uh,
no, I've met her on certain occasions with Gorlo. He and I have had meetings there. She is incredibly nice, and from what I understand, very good at her job. But no, I have not partaken. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's her job, he says.
You're rolling like
Man,
shit, my guy.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, he seems genuine.
Genuine Genevieve.
He
Well,
says, "Well, it's unfortunate that Gorlo is missing. Hopefully, it's under his own accord and not someone else's." That kind
Well,
of throws a wrench into things.
presumably, as he is the head of the shipping company, would want to continue walking into that building. So something awry must have happened.
I think kidnapping.
Might have been a kidnapping.
He does have, I'm not going to say a lot of enemies, but a lot of people who don't necessarily like him. And it's kind of, it can be a little cutthroat here for business owners. I'm wondering.
Gideon, I'd like to ask you, this this person that we saved from the cart. My
Yes.
fucking memory banks are killing me. I do not remember his name.
Gregor Highbrow.
Gregor, yes. This individual, Gregor. The person. Do you think that the town that he had come from would be involved in possibly a disappearance?
I doubt it greatly.
So he is not notorious in his previous town. Only here.
Yes.
Understood. Apologies, I'm just trying to tie some threads together.
I'll read you. That's okay.
If somebody had known that Gregor would like to meet with Gorlo, then they would try to set up some kind of ambush or try to sabotage this. So it is imperative that we check anything and all things. Namely, of course, we can start with Gorlo's enemies, but you say that is a long list. Can go door to door, speak plainly to people. There's a bunch of strangers would speak to each person. And of course, they would give us nothing. We'd only be wasting our time. So anything to expedite this.
All I can say, I hate to sound accusatory, but the shadiest individual that I can think of that is really trying to corner a lot of markets would be a gentleman by the name of Aberford Dwallow. Yes.
Yep.
I mean, we got a job for that guy, didn't we? Something about carrying some cargo.
Mm-hmm. Really?
What? That was a chair, dude.
Oh, I thought it was a.
Chair.
I thought he just ripped it.
Wow, my fucking
I thought it was
well,
muted.
fucking poor Grim. Until Grim hears this. As I recall, he was supposed to go on some kind of shipping mission, and he did ask us. Well, we sort of offered to be either escorts or bodyguards or something related to this. Now, knowing that he is quite a shady individual from our first meeting, from Madam. Fuck. The nice lady. Shit.
Pretty.
No, not Pradeep. Madam Austrian? Nope. Uh, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. For the dragons.
Oh.
Geralda. Yes.
Yeah.
Knowing from our first interaction with him, trying to take over Zeralda's, he was very much, how you say, a typical villain. A bit of a monopolizer. He's trying to take over this town, looks over at Rin. Apologies, not sure how long you've been here. How long you've been over here at the Respite. But there seems to be a person that wants to take over the town financially. We have recently met with him to possibly get inside his ranks, get any kind of insider information. Because we do not feel, and apologies if I speak for the group, but we do not feel that he is doing things out of the kindness of his own heart.
you hear a voice coming out the back that says, "Yes, he's a very disingenuous individual."
Is that Gregor?
Sounds like Gregor. As he says that, Momin kind of lowers his head a little bit, looks over at H. H nods and then turns towards the probably like 20-25 patrons that says, "Pardon me, everyone. There seems to be a gas leak. Please evacuate and take your food with you. We will let people know when we are safe to open again."
You got gas in here?
Momin just kind of like pushes his fingers on either side of his nose bridge and goes, "Anything," and you go into that, and people just kind of look at each other slowly, stand up with their plates, and then just walk out the door. Gregor enters, and you see Rin for the first time. Human male. Actually, let me pull up my notes. Oh, that's not my notes. That's my notes. Okay, he's a. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Uh, out walking from the back, you see an individual, a man who is legitimately the most vanilla dude you've ever seen. He is
John
you would not
Altran.
yeah,
An
yeah,
Altran.
basically. You would not be able to pick him out of a crowd. He is brown hair, brown eyes, slightly darker skin, which is not abnormal in this area. Um but clothes that aren't beggars clothes, but they're not nice clothes either. Um but yeah, just this average, really just average looking dude. No beard, no nothing. Kind of short-ish brown hair. But yeah, like definitely wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup. You could have had dinner with him and not be able to pick him out of a lineup. But he emerges. And he looks over, the three of you looks over at Ren and says, "Welcome. I take it you're new to this whole operation."
Yes.
And he looks at you a little bit longer.
What are you studying at?
Just look like someone, that's all.
Hmm.
Rin, I want you to roll a history check, please.
Ooh. Okay. Plus one.
With advantage.
That's all mumble. Well, to be fair, he also looks like someone.
Rin, you have advantage on that.
So how would I do that on here?
You can just roll again.
Okay. That works with me.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Can you please tell me the rules?
Oh, the
Oh,
first one was an
And
8.
a 16.
yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'll make sure to do that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So,
Thanks.
he sounds awfully familiar. But the thing that gets you is actually smell. You don't know if it's a cologne or like a detergent or maybe his natural musk. But you have smelled this individual before. And that scent and the sound of his voice immediately remind you of your parents.
It's Axe
You
body spray.
can it is Axe body spray. You can almost picture them in your head. They're a little fuzzy, but you're like, oh, mom and dad. Mom and dad know this guy. I know this guy through mom and dad. Who is this guy?
Before speaking, she's gonna kind of look him up and down. Mm, have we met before?
Sorry, just shoved a Pringle in my mouth.
Nice.
A whole ass
He says-
can.
Yeah, just the sleeve. He says, "You seem awfully familiar. It could be where are you from originally?"
You didn't ask my question first. Do I know you?
You might. I have I've met a lot of people in my life. Met a lot of people in my life, and I do apologize, but I don't know necessarily. I don't remember all of them.
What do you do?
I'm a businessman. I run
This
businesses.
business.
Businessman, business.
It's the man doing business. Businessman.
Right. What kind of businessman? I love that game. That's great.
He says, "Well, a little bit of everything, a little bit of nothing. A lot of times it's just general stores, stuff that doesn't necessarily attract a whole lot of attention. I know.
Right.
I'm mostly, I guess you could say I'm an investor. I more so purchase businesses that are doing well. I invest money into them, and then they make me money. I don't necessarily have a specific trade that I go off of. I guess I just you can say that I profit off of the success of others."
Her eyes kind of like do like a slight squint, and she'll stare at you for a minute, and then she'll just kind of like not really say really much of anything else. Just kind of stare at him. Still just thinking to herself. She might be staring a little too long. Just continuously thinking.
I'd say without looking, says he seems important enough for people to lose their lives over.
Hmm. Right. And she'll keep quiet.
With that 16, also, Ren, that there's only a few people that you've ever met that have been important enough for people to willingly risk and give up their lives for. But with a 16, you can't narrow them down. The block is there. It's all fuzzy. It's all static. You can't even really remember your parents' faces.
Hmm. She'll she won't really say much of anything else. Like with that, she'll just literally just stare at the sky and just hoping to remember anything about him.
He says, Aberfordwallow has been leeching off people for quite some time. From what I understand. So, if he's involved with whoever is giving weapons to Orcish raiders, then, I mean, obviously he must be stopped at some point. So, what I would advise for you all is this. Take his job. Do what needs to be done. If it proves to be dangerous or a trap, immediately get out of there as quickly as you can. But, you know, maybe get a better look at his operation.
As of right now, I believe that is the only thing we can do. He is our only lead.
Rin, was it?
Yes.
Might I speak to you in private?
She looks at the others. She nods. And she walks over to you.
And he kind of motions you. There's a curtain into where the kitchen and the storage rooms are. Kind of motions you in, and he follows in after you. At this point, Gideon says, "All right, so we're going to infiltrate potentially a very corrupt organization. I'm so in. So, what I'm going to do? What's that?
So you're coming with us.
No, I'm not. Aberford will very likely have me killed on sight. He and I do not have a working relationship. So, what I'm going to do instead, one of you gets this, and he holds up a tiny little purple stone. It looks like an amethyst marble that, upon closer examination, the actual marble swirls appear to be moving ever so slightly, um, like the galaxy marbles at the end of Men in Black. And he goes, "One of you holds this. We have at our disposal a means to see far away." Basically, see places where we can't go. This will help us home in on you. So even if there's some sort of enchantment that normally would not allow us to see you in that area, we can still at least see a little bit into that area. So this will help us keep track of you. It'll help us glean information because it will also pick up voices, even if it's in a pocket. You know, we can basically use it to home in on you and see that you're okay, hear stuff that's going on around you, and basically we'll get a good sort of sense of what his operation is. So, if you guys are up for the task and being moles, we will pay handsomely.
Handsomely, you say.
Yes, this guy is a blight upon respite. So, the more quickly he goes, the more dirt we can get on him to potentially hand over to people like Mistress Pradeep, or the adherence to equilibrium, if that turns out to be the case. Or, fuck, I mean, take him out ourselves. The better. But we need hardcore evidence. We need hardcore you know, we need something tangible to go off of. Now, whatever shipment that you're guarding, wherever it's taking you to, again, like Mr. Highbrow said, if you the first sign of danger, get out of there. We don't want you to risk your lives more than you already are. And we don't want your blood on our hands. So, just make sure everything's by the book. And then once you get word from Gregor that the shipment is about to leave, we'll be watching.
I have no qualms with this.
Perfect. Who wants the marble?
She looks at the two of you.
I only have one hand.
Well, Rin's not here.
I'm not here. Yeah.
She's in
I
the
went back.
kitchen.
I'm not here. Hi.
Well, it would be probably between myself and you. Possibly whoever has the higher stealth score or the higher sleight of hand score. You can disappear, yes. I wouldn't mind if you took control. Oh, before you do that, can I take a good look at this thing?
Binky.
Yeah, you're not sure if it's made out of amethyst or that's just kind of how it looks, but it's this small, perfectly spherical bit of stone or resin, purple in color, where there is a kind of swirling swirl inside.
Oh, balls. I thought I had. No, I thought I had identify prepared, but I don't.
You fool.
What do you mean you guys don't have identify prepared?
I have detect magic, not identify.
Identify is important.
But yeah, it's a little thing that you cannot help but trust Gideon on it.
Just trust me, bro.
um, can I study and roll Arcana?
Absolutely. Give me an Arcana check.
18.
18. Judging by, there aren't any runes on it that you can see. So whatever enchantment is on it, it's either natural, like this stone naturally appears to be etherically attracted to, say, a scry spell. Or it was enchanted with magic that doesn't require runes, or methods that don't require runes. The easiest way, as you know, to enchant an item is to inscribe some sort of rune on it. That is the easiest way. But sometimes powerful enough mages and craftspeople can just put an enchantment on it just to have it.
I see. I see.
So this was probably a fairly expensive item because the only way it could have been made is by someone who really knew what they were doing.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll hand it back over to Nocturne.
This will basically allow us to watch you, no matter where you are, no matter what kind of enchantments that would block you. We'll at least be able to keep tabs on you at some point,
Oh,
to
so it's
some extent.
like a tracker.
Like a tracker, yes. Except that we have a device that we can use to basically see very, very far. And sometimes it's kind of a crapshoot. But this will narrow that down and allow us to very easily be able to take a look at you wherever you are. Correct. Of course. We'll do everything we can to make sure that trust is rewarded.
Fair enough. We seek answers. This would be the best way to do it.
It would. This will at least give us a look into what this operation is, potentially put an end to it.
It was Garrison's shoddy work.
Yeah, I doubt highly that he's ever met them. I've met way more people than he has, and I've never met the Thanes of the United Halls
Got,
of Brumarad.
got to shake their heads. That is not what they look like.
I don't think I've ever met a dwarf who probably did look like that. I've been inside his office, so I do know the painting that you are talking about. There's no way he met those guys.
Absolutely not.
There's no way he met the Shah. There's no way he met really anybody important. He's met Mistress Pradeep. Certainly met her. But anybody outside of the Vale? Doubt it.
I wonder what his true origin story is, where he comes from, and why he thinks he meddled with these people.
From
Plausible
what
deniability?
from what I understand, he's from Beltwyn, so he's from the Vale. He's just power hungry.
So it seems. Reckless.
But ultimately,
Catch him with the shaker head and wait for Rin, essentially.
we'll find out. And with that, we jump to the back, where Gregor. Give me one
Mhm.
second.
Rena's gonna be crossing her arms, just kind of staring at him.
So Gregor leads you in the back, and then he opens up a door, and you see a staircase down. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm not going to harm you."
Us.
um,
Here, I'll go first. And he starts stepping down the stairs. It is lit down there. It's not like a dark stairwell.
okay.
or-
I was
or-
gonna say, like,
It's just
I feel like
fucking
I'm being
lit.
captured or something.
Yeah, no.
Okay. She will cautiously follow behind.
It's
He
just fucking lit.
he he steps down into the basement of this place. You can see kind of rough stone hewed out. You can see a fairly like run of the mill standard bed that looks like it might have come from upstairs at some point. Basic kind of necessities. There's a chamber pot in the corner. There's a few chests. Um, one of them's open and it seems to be filled with gold. There is a rack, um, basically an armor rack that has armor on it that is uh, kind of torn, kind of beaten up, but it's very nice, very ceremonial, and very Altran. And you've seen this armor before. So, and once you guys step down into the basement, you hear him say, "It's good to see you, Altran. It's very good to see you. How are your parents?"
Uh, I'm sorry. What? Do I do I know you? I She like looks back at the armor, and then she looks back at you, and she's just confused as hell.
He says, "Sorry, appearances, have to, you can't be too careful. I don't know how much of the current events you've been privy to. I don't know what people know. So this might help." And he waves his hand over him, and the illusion fades.
Uh-huh.
You see
Perfect disguise. Normal Joe Schmo.
you see an elven man, tall, probably about 5'10", 5'11", um, with shoulder length, sandy blonde hair, sand colored skin, dark eyes, and all of a sudden you can remember your parents' faces. You remember that they wore armor that was similar to this, but all in black. He's not wearing any armor. He's wearing the same clothes as he was as a human, but the armor
Right.
that he has on display is a ceremonial and more colorful with gold and green version of kind of what you and your parents wore.
Uh, uh, how do you know my parents?
He goes, "Oh boy. Well, You all fought for me. You don't remember?
Fought
And he
for
goes, let's see if I can help a little bit. Do you mind? And he holds out his hand towards you a little bit.
hesitantly. She looks at him and says, "Can I trust you?"
You used to.
She looks at your hand, looks back at you. For your sake, I hope so. And she grabs your hand.
He as that happens, you watch as he glows a little bit, and then that kind of warm yellow glow passes down his arm into your hand, and the lesser restoration takes a little bit of the block out. And before you, you see a dead man. You see a man who, by all accounts, betrayed his father and was dealt with accordingly. By all accounts, was killed at Estrahulin for inciting an uprising. By all accounts, should not be standing right in front of you. And despite those accounts, your mother and father followed him, and whatever directive seemingly came from them. And they paid for that. You see before you for probably the first time in 5 years, you see the only child of Padishah Dornray of Altrazea. You see Dranis Viralan, Crown Prince of the Altrazean Empire, standing before you.
So above table, when you say that my parents were betrayed, were they betrayed by this man?
No.
Okay.
You, as these memories start coming back to you, not everything that you have a block with. You don't, but a lot of the stuff before the block that you had to kind of look through the block to see,
Hmm.
a lot of that gets brought back. A lot of that becomes known to you. You remember you served under. You were very, very new, but you were trained as one of the elite soldiers of the Empire of Altrazea. You were one of your parents were lifelong members of this organization and were fiercely loyal to this man. And so when an amethyst dragonborn came and said
Oh
that he was
no!
acting under direct orders from Prince Dranis, you trusted him.
Rin is going to like kind of bend the knee to this man and just put his hand
Rip.
to her forehead. I am so sorry.
It's okay. Rise. We're beyond that. It's just good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I don't know what happened to me. I woke up somewhere. She like presses her hand on her head. I don't know what happened to me, but something not right. Why are you here?
I am here because apparently people like to make orders come from me when I'm not around. So, a large contingent of those loyal to me ended up fighting a little bit of a civil war, a little bit of an insurrection. While I was on vacation,
I see.
I was visiting my mother's homeland as parts diplomatic operation and parts just needed to get away. And when I came back, apparently I had committed high treason. Apparently I had not only waged a war against my own father, but apparently I'd stolen an arcane drive that helped power our capital city.
What? What?
That's not good.
News to me. I sent word to my father before I came to him to try to surmise the
That shit's
meaning,
gone.
but he got to me first. Strahulin was destroyed. You know Strahulin as the ancestral kind of homeland of the Shah's family. It's basically their summer home. It's where the Shah is ruling in Anshar. Much of his family is in Strahulin because it's super safe and super well guarded. It's an
Right.
island off the coast of the continent. But usually that is where the heir resides. That is where, um, basically, so if there was some sort of external invasion or something, if they did lay waste to the capital, the line would still be preserved. But apparently, from what your prince is telling you, that has been destroyed. So, he says, before I could explain myself and plead my innocence to events in which I had no part of, I found the entire Navy at my doorstep. Gideon saved my life as I was flung from my tower.
Oh God.
This man is everywhere.
As a result, I'm like, I think I know who Gideon is now.
Oh God. And
Really.
Ooh, there's only one man who could be Mr. Worldwide now.
Rin is going to um, look almost like just distraught. I am so sorry I wasn't there. God.
Go
What
for
about
it.
my parents? Do you know where they are? Or
I don't. I've been trying to follow to track down everyone who did follow the pretender. I've been trying to track them all down, but as far as I know, a lot of them went to Gradia. A lot of them a few of them stayed here, but a lot of them went to Gradia and to as some sort of expansionist idea.
God.
They somehow believed that we were trying to get a foothold on another continent so that we could um, expand the empire, get more
Right.
natural resources, have more influence. Not anything I'd ever particularly go for, but someone bought it. But some of them did disappear over that way. Some of them came back and were brought to justice, but I do not count your parents among them. I don't know where they're at. I was hoping against hope, but I assumed pretty much everybody who followed this insurrectionist, this idealist that tarnished my name. I was hoping or I kind of figured everyone was probably dead, either over here or over there. but I'm very relieved to know that you are not.
I don't know what I am.
You're here.
She
That's what's important. You're alive, you're here.
What can I do for you now?
I've been away for quite some time. I've been away for 5 years. In my self-imposed exile. As far as I'm aware, my father knows that I am not, or he knows of my destruction, of my death. But I I I've come back not necessarily for revenge, but for justice.
Well, tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Right now, the three upstairs are reliable. They seem to want to do the right thing. If I can gain some sort of influence and respite, potentially I could use that influence to jump back over to home, raise an army. It's not my father I'm worried about, it's more so my cousin who has been named his heir. Ranviel is not good for our people.
Would I know above table who that is?
Yes, yes, and I will put all of this in the lore chat real quick.
Sweet. Okay. Oh God, him. she's gonna, she's oh. You really want me to stick with these three? Do you know them? One of them is a lobster food.
Yes, yes.
Another one doesn't know how to speak.
It
Only one
is
of them is normal.
jarring, yes. But it is they saved my life. I owe them that much.
I see. My apologies. As she she kind of just like but like she's like, damn, why didn't I save you? And she
He said, okay, I have the names.
One of them was a lobster. Got me.
It's like food.
Yeah, lady. Yeah, like your land wasn't just suddenly flooded by a giant tidal wave. Yeah. All right. You just
I don't know what
leave me
happened.
to my lobster
Tidal-
things.
There was a tidal wave and he just washed up on shore. Adventure is landlocked.
she's never seen anything like it. So it's like her first thought. She's like, I don't understand. And he has a gun.
For his neutral special, he wields a gun.
How does he pull
Does
the trigger?
Shino,
Hmm.
I want nothing more than for you to look back on the previous episodes and see the first meeting.
Oh,
I want
man.
nothing more. Because
I'm
that is a
going to.
legendary episode. I'm sorry.
Is it like, oh man. Did you guys
It's
clip
so
it though? Do you guys get clips?
I have everything saved on my YouTube channel. I'll link you.
Okay.
And hopefully Ardix will send me the downloaded file or something so I can upload it.
That's awesome though. All of your characters, guys, they're fucking good. It's so good.
All of the characters and a gun.
Oh my god. It's amazing.
Don't worry, there are layers.
Oh god.
Yep, that's me. Very normal.
That's all she sees. I mean, she hasn't really observed you or anything, so she doesn't know. The only thing she's observed was that thing. That's it.
Yeah,
Other than that, she thinks you're
very
you're
normal.
pretty normal. She thinks you're pretty normal. The only normal one. Prove her wrong.
Good. For all intents and purposes, she is very normal in this town.
Mhm.
Oh, Lord through, let's go.
How do I say the princess name again? Draneus?
Dranis.
Dranis, okay.
Yes.
Dranis, and then his cousin Ranviel, who above table, um, Dranis
Sided
kind
with
of
Rule.
suspects this, but above table, Ranviel was the one who led the assault on Strafholin, who that resulted in Dranis's supposed death and exile.
Mhm. Siding with Brule Dahi.
Yeah. So Brule basically, and
Mhm.
this is what Marcos and
Artix.
Artix were dealing with for 6 months when they went back in time a little bit. Basically, Brule said, "Hey, the Crown Prince sent me. We're gonna fuck shit up. Let's go. I've been blessed by Elistray. You know, this is the goal." And a lot of people, because he was so charismatic and maybe a little bit magically influencing, a lot of people followed him. A lot of people who were really, really loyal to Dranis because, by all accounts, great guy, gonna be a really good ruler before this. And so people followed him and they were like, "Why are you attacking us? We're under orders from the crown prince." And the Shah really didn't like that. And so
Mm.
basically after Marcos and Artix came back last campaign, after the Ragnarok did in fact jump back to Gradia, and with the assault on Grad. After that, pretty much everybody who was part of that who didn't go on the Ragnarok was round up, arrested, and summarily executed. And then as soon as like right afterwards is when Dranis came back from vacation visiting his mother's homeland, and that's when the assault on Estraholin was. So basically, you guys left, and then all hell broke loose. A lot of people died.
I have read reports of this insurrection.
You're not there.
I know.
But yeah, so Dranis kind of says, I need to go think about things slow. I don't want to rush into anything, especially because by all accounts, everybody I've ever known is either dead or thinks I'm dead. So I want to do this slow. I want to do this the right way. I want to do this through influence and not violence. I am looking to sway our people as opposed to lead an invasion.
Unfortunately for him, this is a D&D campaign.
Yeah, pretty much. So, if I can get some influence and power here, I can get enough people, or at least enough capital. Basically, it's safer if I come back here where they can't really get to me very easily before announcing myself.
Well,
If
you
I can
do have
send
the edge.
whispers. What's that?
You do have the edge.
Exactly. If I can send whispers first, whispers that somehow the crown prince survives, A, that will put that will dispute Ranviel's claim to the throne after my father, and B, a lot of people who still remember me fondly. Hopefully will come to my side. I want what's best for our home. That's all I've ever wanted, and my name, my reputation, my honor was usurped by this outsider,
Mm.
by this charlatan. So, I'd like to get all that back, if I can, and then get back what is rightfully mine. Because if I don't, our people will suffer. Ranviel very likely will, because he's brought it up before, wage war on the Vale. Wage war on the halls after he's taken the Vale. Ranviel thinks that we should own the entire continent, but this continent is for everyone. There are clearly established borders. Centuries old treaties. And that's important for stability.
Right.
So, that is my goal. As for right now, please keep my identity a secret to the others.
Will do.
I would like to remain as incognito as I can for as long as I can. And if people find out that I'm here, then Ranviel will invade. So, if I can do things slow, I think I'm hoping against all hope that the plan will work. Right now, I have you. I have Gideon. I'm not sure if Nazarene and Ahmed are still here, but and you recognize Amin and Nazarene as other members of the Blades, other members of the Shade Vipers.
Okay.
They were fairly higher up, but he's not sure if they're still alive. But he says, that's it. I don't really have anything. But if I can get my life back the most peaceful way possible, that is the goal.
I can't guarantee you that it's going to be peaceful. People don't like peace. But you have me, and I'll do as you say.
Thank you. I can also, if I do get enough influence, I do get little spies and spreaders of information. I will look for your parents and
Thank
your
you.
siblings. But
Above table, what I know about them, like my parents and beyond that.
you don't know what happened to them
Okay.
because basically you are starting to remember bits and pieces about the insurrection.
Yeah.
You remember thinking, yeah, mom, dad, this kind of seems a little suspect. Why aren't we seeing the crown prince himself? And they were like, we follow orders. That's what we do. Very much drank the Kool-Aid, and so ultimately, you
Okay.
you remember a battle. You remember being not necessarily wounded, but definitely a little fucked up. And you remember a large vessel lifting into the sky and then disappearing.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Guys, she was there.
Yeah, wait for it.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Um, and we'll say, if I may, what are you? What do you need me to do other than? Do you need me to spread the word, or
Not yet.
Just the opposite.
Just
just
yeah,
just
just yeah.
no, like
Um,
later down the road, like
Eventually, yes, that'd be amazing. Because as far as I'm aware, you are not wanted or maybe even presumed dead. I'm not sure. I haven't been back. But um that would be incredible. That'd be very very much appreciated. But I think for right now and further in the future Shah needs his blades, no?
yes, they do.
Perfect. As of right now, I just need protection, of course. And I need to gain a foothold.
Do you think
Not
it's
to
safe here?
It's not safe anywhere. For
Uh,
5 years, I've been on the run. For 5 years, I've been trading away precious possessions and doing what I can to survive and make what I have here. For 5 years, I have been, for the most part, on Gideon's ship, which, by all means, very lovely place. But I am not a sea elf, I am a sand elf. So,
right. Um, Before I go back up, how will I be able to contact you if I need to tell you anything?
I think I have just a thing. And he pulls out from his pocket two small blue stones with a spiral scribed on each of them. And he goes, "You take this one, I'll take this one. If you need to reach out to me for whatever reason, just take this in your hand, trace the spiral, and we will have a mental link, at least for a little bit. No matter where I am, no matter where you are, you will be able to reach me. Also, for the upcoming job, as we speak, Gideon is currently giving a locator beacon to your allies, or to your new allies. That will allow us to use that." And he points over to the corner where you see a little stand that almost looks like a brazier, but instead of a little torch or fire pit in the bowl, there's
Hmm.
currently a black orb with streaks of purple through it. And he says, "With a locator beacon, we can use that to see you and to check in on you and to monitor you, no matter where you are."
Well, that would be helpful.
That way we can assure your safety and also spy on whoever you might necessarily be around.
Right. Um, I'm sorry. I do have to ask you one more thing.
Go ahead.
Um, do you have a how do I word this? Have you been eating
Yes,
like no more food?
like food. H's cooking is not nearly as extravagant as what I grew up with, but he is a good cook and he does make good food.
Please don't
Well-
offer him Absalon.
uh, right. Okay. Okay. And she's just gonna like kind of not say anything else and just okay. Okay. Um well, I guess I'm going on, right?
I think it'd be a good idea. They need all the help that they can get upstairs, and if you still have memory of your abilities, you were once a fierce warrior and a fantastic spy. So they would be lucky to have you.
Well, it doesn't matter what they want. It's what you say. And she does a little bow.
He smiles and he goes, "There's no need for that. Not yet."
You know I'm never gonna look at you any other way.
I know. And while I appreciate it, currently I'm nothing. Currently I'm a commoner.
To me, you're everything. And she does like a slight smile.
He smiles warmly. All right. And he waves his hand again, and he turns back into John Altran. And shall we?
We shall. I'll go
Perfect.
ahead. And she kind of walks forward and ups the stairs and to the group, and she has her arms crossed and like kind of like nothing happened.
I want Insider so bad.
Gregor follows her out and says, "All right. Everyone ready to infiltrate a cabal, potentially?" He's just been sipping the whole time.
I'm side eyeing Nocturne so hard. Like, really? You just heard the, like.
Like someone enjoying a nice 18-year scotch or something like that. He's just nursing orange juice.
Swirling it. I'm getting just before a heist.
Oh my god. Good
Gideon says,
God.
"Perfect. All right. Now, have you already accepted the job offer from Aberford?"
As far as I remember, we said not yet, but we did consider his offer.
Perfect. I think you've had enough time to consider his offer.
I believe so.
Well, it is getting late. In the morning, I would recommend that you go back to Mr. Dwala's establishment and then pledge him your services.
So be it.
Perfect. All right. Good meeting. H, they can come back inside now. And Moment says, "Wait. H, they can come back inside now." And H says, "Of course, Moment. I will go bring people in." And H is not moved, just a muscle. You don't know if he was powered down so he didn't hear anything, but he just has been still this whole time, and then just up to the front door. As that happens, um, Gregor looks over at all of you and says, Thank you. This is going to help a lot of people. He is a scourge upon this city, and it would do well that he would be not that anymore. And he looks over at Rin, smiles, and then just kind of backs into the curtain, into the back. Gideon says, "All right, well, I'm going to go hide too." And he says, "But first, I think I'm looking for a fight." And then Moment says, "The one rule." It's not here, not here, but somewhere else. And he just kind of strolls out the front door as people start pouring back in. And you hear H go, "Moment, people are re-entering the tavern." And Moment says, "I can see that, H. Thank you very much. All right, let's get to taking orders. I would suggest that the four of you get an early start to the night. Seems you have a big day tomorrow."
Right.
So it seems.
Ren will go upstairs. Room.
As you
They
guys
are.
go to bed, you do realize that all four of your rooms are side by side, which Rin was warned about, but the rest of you, it's just kind of a happy accident.
Who's next to my
And
room? I want
yeah,
to
who's
know.
next to Ren's room?
Absalom.
Yes. I just hear it's just gun.
Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you all head off to bed, we'll go ahead and call it there for today.
Okay.
Okay.
Woo.
Damn, I want to start crafting before bed.
What are you gonna
Yeah,
craft?
we can have you craft before bed.
What are you gonna craft?
An enspelled ring.
The fuck?
Roll me a craft check before we head out.
Alrighty. This will be a. Alrighty. Let's double check. If I click at D&D or Roll20 should do it automatically. Let's see. Let's find it. Let's find it.
Because it should be your dexterity plus your proficiency from your tools.
So I clicked on it. There we go. Okay, it popped up. If you want, I'll screen cap it. But I did roll a 22.
Okay, perfect. The rest of you hear, as you start laying into bed, you hear ding, 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 ding. Just for about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Ren
Okay.
is like strangling herself with her pillow.
Yeah, but Katya, you are successful.
Because this is like according to D&D 2024 crafting rules, this would be considered a common magic item. No, an uncommon magic item, which would take 10 days,
Oh my god.
8 hours a day. Yeah,
That's amazing.
8 hours a day?
yeah. It's actually shorter than it is in 2014 crafting rules.
But you do get a good
9 to
start.
5, huh?
You do get a very good start.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for having me a part of this. Yippee.
Thank you for joining us.
What?
As soon as you gave me your backstory, I'm like, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I got so excited.
I
That's
am
awesome.
so happy.
A refugee of war. That's awesome.
Of
Rip,
last campaign's war, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was
rip
like,
that
oh, that
arcane
ties in
drive, by
perfect.
the way.
Wait, what?
Rip that arcane drive, by the way.
One of them.
No, I got fucking 360 no scope.
They got one back.
Fucking-
They got one back.
Yeah,
They got one back. The other one got destroyed.
very much so.
Fucking
But
all of this because Marcos rolled a natural 20.
basically, yeah.
Well, wouldn't it have been worse though if he didn't roll the natural 20 because he was because
I mean, like I said, it would have been incredibly different. Brule would have been a very present threat for the rest of the campaign instead of going off to wage war or wage insurrection in Altran. You guys didn't deal with Brule for a long time,
that's
and
true.
like I said, it was going to be you guys not only fighting his influence and but it was going to be like he was going to take over Cerasis. And it was going to be like a couple of side quests with Satesh's team as Satesh is fighting for Brule and fighting for his sister and just completely drinking the Kool-Aid at that point. So it would have been you guys are all working to like Zorback wouldn't have been brought into play. But
That's
it would
true.
have been the four of you basically going against Brule, going against Satesh. Satesh would have been kind of a reoccurring villain. But you guys would have had these certain sessions where it would have been Satesh, and then the three of you guys would make other characters that were also members of Brule's organization that were under Satesh, and you guys would have been doing some subtle stuff, very much like with Final Fantasy VIII, with the flashbacks to Laguna's team. That's basically what it would have been. And then also Satesh for the main characters would have been like a Slifer or a Cipher type character. So he would have been popping up as a bad guy every now and then. But ultimately, you guys got enough time to investigate and to restore Gans because of that. So if you guys didn't, or if Marcos didn't get that nat 20, didn't just solve the problem real quick, it would have taken a lot longer. It would have taken a lot longer to get Gans back up to normal. But
Man, it's so crazy.
It's so good.
Just first slight insight, Ashino. Marcus is a barbarian and rolled a nat 20 on an intelligence check.
That is amazing.
Yeah. To power a fucking spaceship that no one's ever seen.
I was like, I have a plan. Nothing will stop my plan. And then nat 20 from a barbarian. And it's like, fuck.
That is awesome.
And for so many years, I'm sorry for absolutely annihilating all of your plans.
I mean, not all of them, just a good many.
Lot of them. And I still like how you put a hard stop. Be like, Duncan, please don't reverse the cataclysm.
Yeah. That was the sort of thing, like, if you do this, you guys might be wiped from existence.
Oh
Yeah, when I got that card that reverses fate.
Like, Duncan 100% would not exist.
My gosh.
Shake might.
That's a big if.
Yeah.
And oh god, Obsidian wouldn't. Lee wouldn't.
Judge might have. Because she's
Chugs might
from
have, because she was foreign.
Yeah.
But yeah, like half the party, 100% would not exist at minimum if you were like, you know what? I think I'll undo this. Just disappeared. Everybody you've ever met along the campaign really would have disappeared.
Yeah. No Warren. No
No
Alessia.
Warren, no Garan.
No Alessia.
Unless, well, maybe, because she wasn't. Well, actually, yeah, no Alessia.
Didn't the elves like migrate from the south?
No, they were
Like
there the
from
whole time.
Oh.
They were there the whole time, and basically when